I'm not very good at depicting the character's psychology on the page. I guess I like Piccolo the most after all. Out of all the enemies, Demon King Piccolo is the one I like most. And even after that, I like Piccolo the most. I like Piccolo about the same as I like Goku. With Vegeta, well, I don't like him all that much, but he was extremely helpful to have around. I'm flying by the seat of my pants, never creating with a thought to what's up ahead. Basically, with everything, I choose my criteria based on what can be easy. If I made the real world the setting, I'd have to draw looking at reference materials for stuff like buildings and vehicles. When you do that, people complain, even if it's just a little bit off. Basically, I'm always coming up with ideas for mixing the things I want to draw with things targeted at children. I used to play role-playing games a lot when I was younger, but once you start an RPG, it takes a lot of time. So I like things like action games you can just pick up and play. I guess that if I was a normal cartoonist who did things properly, I'd think up the background information first and then come up with the story. Saying that, you'd think that I don't really think through anything. It's too bad that Dragon Ball, which I drew for a very long time, has ended. Just kidding. I'm incredibly glad. Now I can just leisurely sit around. It was very easy to convince me to take on the job of character designer for Dragon Quest. Designing characters for Dragon Quest is fun but difficult work. I'm personally not terribly interested in designing wholesome characters, so I don't have many variations to offer. The setting of Dragon Ball has a sort of Chinese feel to it, but it's not necessarily limited to China. For the time period as well, exactly when it takes place is indeterminate. The women I draw all have the same sort of personality. I can't draw gentle girls. I only know how to draw ones who are strong-willed. When I look at it, I don't really like people, and socializing is really awful. Outside of my family, friends, and those connected to my job, I don't think I actively want to meet anyone. I've always lived in the country, after all. Because I'm still very busy with work like game character designs, my wish for the future is to not work at all, and to build models until I don't like them anymore. I'm only interested in the future, so I never think that it would be nice to draw old titles of mine again. I don't want readers to say it doesn't feel like Dragon Ball, but at the same time, I also want to stretch my imagination and come up with brand new action and different kinds of expressions. With enemies, it's easier to just have them be straight-up bad guys so that they can just get beaten up. I wanted to do False Son Goku. When you're doing gags, I think it's important to have characters who are as strong-willed and impactful as possible. I thought of Piccolo first, and I wanted to draw him as a scary character. It was only afterwards that I had to come up with the species. I like Piccolo about the same as I like Goku. If this was back when I was drawing the manga myself, then I doubt if I could have done it. I'm not very interested in depicting long, complicated emotional stories. I prefer to keep things simple and entertaining. When I design, I often pick whatever is easiest because complicated reference makes things take longer and people complain about tiny inaccuracies. I prefer making work that entertains. If readers have a good time, then my job is done.